Just a real quick video in relation to the video above. Hopefully you're watching them in order. Hopefully you're following through and enjoying them. More importantly, what we need to make clear, some of these videos generalised information to inspire you to take action. Yeah? Don't take anything as gospel and start following through on things because you think it's going to be nice and easy. Like, if I say fruit's good for you, don't just start overwhelming yourself with fruit. Understand that the easy digestion of fruit is going to be good when you're coming away from certain Western diets, certain starches, certain sugars, certain chemically enhanced sugars. Certainly to have some days as a fruit cleanse, to have some days to allow fruit in your life is quite good. But depending on what you're trying to heal from, and certain things are more serious, if we're going to take the work of Thomas Sefri for serious, really look into some of his information, some of his videos, really break it down why it's important to be avoiding sugars, even fruit sugars. This is going on a page relating to cancers. That's why we're making this series and not pushing for fruits. Really taking these things seriously and knowing that it's a progression is a good thing. What I'm talking about when I talk about fruit is to help you come away from potentially even worse habits, Western diets, nutrition that isn't congruent with health. Fruit's quite good to incorporate into your diet. It's definitely good to have in your diet for healthy people, but until you understand your relationship with food, for me, I find it much better to be clean with raw food. I find it much better to be, let's say, strict and serious, eat the best nutrition, live the best way possible, and see how it feels from there. Control the language you have around food, control your understanding of your emotions, and really come to terms with why and when you're eating, fueled on good foods as opposed to having chemicals influence when and what and why you're eating. Because really, if you're living right, right's the wrong word, but if you're living in a good way, you don't need to be eating all the time. You're going to be moving, you're going to be breathing, you're going to be drinking lots of good water. Qigong, various tans, so many ways to harness and utilise Qi. When you have these kind of things in your life, the energy, the flow, the getting out of different hemispheres of your brain, just allowing your body to feel good is, I don't want to say the first step to healing, but it's possibly more important than food. Back to the original point of this video, getting away from the chemically enhanced foods, getting away from the foods that are detrimental, getting away from the foods that are making you crave more foods and having you constantly eating. That's what we're working on first. So you can understand raw. For some people, keto diets are really powerful. Vegan keto diets are really powerful. For a lot of people, they can't go down that road. For a lot of people, it's too restrictive. And the thing that I find with things like the keto nutrition, when you're planning it, it definitely allows hormonal balance. Once you get into raw food, raw natural food, so vegetables and sprouts, it's hormone balancing. Until you try it, you might not understand. Getting away from lots of over-processed foods. And even when I say raw, some things like cheese, sauces made out of lots of nuts, you restrict slightly. Still have them, but just think about how much of certain substances it takes to make these things. We don't want lots and lots of nuts. We want a little, but there's a reason why nuts are so small, so powerful. Anyway, there is a lot of rambling going on in this video, which is sound. I'm covering a lot of ground. Like you'll find with this website, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of playlists. There's a lot of information. Do your research or contact people who can help you. Email anybody, not anybody, but try not to just get on a path and think it's definitely right and convince yourself that some fangled diet consisting of like something you'd enjoy to eat, or just one amazing secret, and like if I just drink celery juice for the next 6 months, like try to avoid quick fixes and just understand nutrition, understand what healing nutrition is, understand what sustainable nutrition is, understand how you can have a life full of sustainable nutrition that balances your hormones. It's easy for you to make, it's enjoyable to make. Find ways to have this in your life and sit back and enjoy it. Once you've got the nutrition sorted, everything else is nice and easy. Yes, there's personal development around nutrition, language, why you're eating, when you're eating, how you're eating. But if you're really loving food, if you're connecting with food, if you've got good music on, if you're moving, if you're doing these kind of things, your connection to food and energy and nutrients completely changes. And this is one of the important steps that I was trying to mention in the video above. The challenge that I want you to take is incorporating these things, and yes, tell people of your success. Try not to go down a certain path of, as an example, some people take a keto diet and rather than understanding fats for fuel, and there's things that we've been lied to about, they go down a crazy path, eating loads of meat and thinking they can get away with living on cheese and living on like fats and ghee and coconut oils, and just because you can have things and just because they have benefits doesn't mean you should try and make calorie density out of them. It's understanding and really trusting yourself when you think you're cheating. It's probably because you are. Cheating's the wrong word, because you should be proud of everything you're doing. But just feel good about it. I'm just going to keep rambling. The main reason I'm keeping rambling is because, like I said before, I need to stress that each of these videos is a building block to inspire you to do some research into scientists that are doing real research. These videos are my opinions based on the people I've been studying. Granted, an educated opinion in my opinion, but it's an opinion nonetheless that it can help you if it's your opinion, if you came to these conclusions, if you came to these understandings. But you also need to try things. You need to find a sustainable way to have your day mapped out so that you can live and work, and even if you're not working, have chunks of time where you're enjoying different things and taking part of your hobbies and finding time to get in flow states and being creative and enjoying life. Food and nutrition, as much as some of these videos are about that, it's a small part that once you get on top of it, you can be creative, you can enjoy life, and you can really make a difference in yourself. But balancing the hormones comes first. Getting your nervous system balanced, having breath as a tool, having chi as a tool, being able to work in both hemispheres of your brain. Even the warm-up videos that I've got for the Qigong is enough just to get you in a good place in the morning. The wake, fresh and thrive, these small keys is priceless. First thing in the morning, check out these other playlists. Understand these, there's a reason why there's not just one video. This whole website is a stockpile of information that all needs put together. But you're on a journey, amazing journey, so love it. And Yeah, make a plan. Check out the NLP pages, check out the flow pages, have a cold shower, check out the cold exposure videos. Find new ways to enjoy your life. Find little hobbies. Nutrition, you've got sorted. Nutrition is sorted. Now understand that you're building towards something. In 5 years' time, I'll be eating perfect. In 5 years' time, I'll easily be able to eat that way. By this time next year, I'll be fueled on good nutrients. I'm now breathing every day to change my state. I don't use food to change my state. I now use movement to change my state. I now play with chi. I'm now focused. I'm now creative. I've got all these tools. This is the language that you need to have flowing through your mind. Not my language, not my words, but your own take on this. It's not, I need a change, or I've got a stress, I'm going to eat food. It's different. It's having an understanding that so many parts of your life are changing for the better. Nutrition and food is going to help with that. But then, it's the next part of the journey. Part of the journey that you're going to love even more. Part of the journey that you really tune. Part of the journey that allows you to do all the things you've ever wanted to do. Be completely creative every day and love your life again. Just find some things you'd like to do.